I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm going to have a guest. This is my friend. What's your name again?
Dr. Charles.
Only my name. What's your
Dr. Ufoma Apoki.
Yeah, Dr. Ufoma Apoki. My friend, life is interesting.
Yeah.
Some of us take it too seriously. You know, some fathers and their sons can't sit like this too seriously. We're going to talk about what now?
One of the experiences last time we did a discussion. We talked about why I quit my job, why I had to quit my job.
Yes.
One of the experiences I had um, during fatherhood was that I found out that children take a lot of energy and resources to take care of, to manage.
Yeah.
And being a parent, especially being
You're appreciating it more now that you're a parent.
yeah,
That time you thought I was wicked,
Yeah,
you thought I was too harsh.
you get to
When you people were calling me Hulk Hogan and your mother Undertaker.
you get to appreciate what your parents did for you when you actually become a parent.
Yeah.
And probably in Europe and maybe the US, I'm not sure exactly how it is in the US. It's much more difficult than, let's say, in Nigeria, where there's much of communal parenting.
Yes.
And especially for me as a working parent and my wife, who was also a medical doctor, it was very difficult for us to combine jobs and also actively take care of children.
Yeah.
So what most parents do is that they
This knows
it's always
this knows I don't know what the problem
whenever
is.
you want to
Whenever you want to record, or me in particular, when I want to record, that's where the nose will itch me somewhere here.
The beard will start going and
I think it's when we talk, the beard's going to the nostrils, and these guys might not understand why you're always touching the nose. That's when you feel like coughing. So I held this handkerchief now because I've been sneezing. We've been having ceremony after ceremony. So bear with us. So you were talking about parenting.
Yeah, parenting. Okay, so my wife is a medical doctor. I was working in IT, and it was very difficult to like combine both parenting and work. And what most parents do is that, for instance, they put their children in daycare or schools.
Now leave the nose now.
In school, so you don't get to see your child from like 8 a.m. or 9 to like 5.
Okay.
And you do that all through. So essentially, I told you last time that I had this manager, and he says he rarely sees his child. So essentially, someone else trains the child for you while you get to work and dedicate your life to a career, which for some people is good in itself. But for me, I found it quite disturbing.
Yeah.
So I had to quit my job, and the thing is, when you quit your job, when most people want to go on to quit their job, you might assume
Excuse me.
yeah, you might assume, okay, you no longer have a boss, but as long as you are productive, as long as you are not, as long as you
are not docile.
Yeah, you are not docile.
And somebody needs to consume your product or your services.
Yeah.
Somebody is your boss.
Yeah, you must have a boss. So I was thinking about it. I say, it's rather I have a boss that is Sophia is my daughter. Rather Sophia is my boss, and she dictates what I do, maybe when she sleeps. And the good thing with that was that I could put her to sleep. There's this thing where you can strap her on your chest. I could put her to sleep and still work simultaneously.
And it's good for her.
Yeah,
because ladies who sleep on their father's chest love their husbands more.
Yeah. So I practically switched my boss for a new boss, which was Sophia and the kids,
and
and
Luca,
also
and maybe Mirella.
yeah,
The wife is
no,
also a
no,
boss.
no, that
That side,
that side is
your mama na be my boss. Boss for 40 years. You, dey- you see some of the drama and also.
yeah. So essentially, I changed bosses and maybe YouTube and all other people that you work on the platforms.
yes. So before we go there, we will definitely come back there. Your brother was going back to Germany yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and he had an experience in the airport.
Yeah.
What was the experience, and what was your resolution?
He said when he was going through customs checks,
Even from the gate.
yeah, even from the gate, when they saw his identity, they were asking if he's related to Dr. Charles Apoki. And they were asking why isn't he a content creator?
He chose his boss.
He chose his boss, and he was surprised that a lot of people knew him. And you've been saying these things
Over the years.
over the years that someone asked you, "Whose father are you?
Whose son are you?
Whose son are you?"
Yeah.
That
And I couldn't introduce my father.
Yeah.
Because he was a security man in a hotel.
Yeah.
And he was a refuse collector at one time. And I resolved that no person will ask my son, whose son are you? And then he won't have something to say.
Yeah, they were not asking who that. Okay, tell me your father's name. They were like, what position does your father hold?
Yeah.
In the hierarchy of society?
Yes.
Um,
This one, they knew his father.
Yeah, they already knew his father.
When he was going to Europe for the first time, that's about 17 years ago or thereabout. He said, "Daddy, somebody knows you." I told him, "Yes, I'm a big boy."
And there's a video you did recently. There's a video you did become you are your first prophet.
Yes.
Most people always run around looking for prophets, people to prophesy in their life. But I've noticed with you that a lot of the statements you've said or you've mentioned or you've predicted or prophesied on yourself, they've actually come to pass.
Definitely.
And I want to be more intentional in prophesying and predicting my future and working towards it.
Every morning or night before I sleep, my grandchildren are now my focus. I prophesy upon them. I speak to them. Now the Bible says, "Know ye not that ye are gods?" Number 2, the Bible says the power of life and death is in your tongue. So I practice what is called panpsychism. Panpsychism is the belief that all of God's creation, they hear, they understand. Joshua said, "These stones have become witnesses." So the stones were witnesses, they heard. And God spoke to the lion's heard. And God spoke to the fish heard. And Jesus rebuked the wind, and the wind heard. And God commanded the wind, the eastern wind, to bring a quail, and they obeyed. And I found out that if I am like God, I can speak concerning my circumstances, and they will come to pass. Whether it is contrary to your perception, or whether the evidence on ground. When I said I was going to be a global, my 2020 was my decade of globalization. Somebody doubted. The circumstances were very contrary, but I have desired it. I dreamed it, I declared it, and then I dared to act on it. And here we are. It's awesome. I have your mother-in-law did. Your mother-in-law saw your wife do a video congratulating my wife and I. She said she has to do too.
She wanted to do a video.
And somebody saw the one my daughter-in-law from Germany did and said, "It is because Oyibo did it that I posted it." He doesn't understand my story. I've been saying over the years that I will have global grandchildren, and I will have my own Osaze Odenwigi. I used to say it. I didn't know you were going to marry a Romanian. Osazel Demi's mother is from Russia.
When you were even saying it, I didn't even know I would get married outside Nigeria. I didn't even plan that.
No. So you are your greatest prophet. And so start declaring, those of you listening to me, start declaring concerning your life. Now, when I say some things about the church, some of you who are mental slaves and junkies of men of God, you are addicted to the rubbish you are fed. You will say, why don't you preach your own? Why are you talking like that? Why will you grow? You be mumu, real mumu. You are being spoon fed and you are now a slave to a man. I don't I don't gum church stickers on my cars or my doors. I determine what I want from that year and I walk towards it and I pray towards it and God has answered me. If you want to continue with your religious slavery, continue. But I know what I'm doing. Number one, your general overseer might not be older than me. Number two, he's not more spiritual than I am. The kind of miracles I've seen God do, most of the things they are doing now, I can sit down and decide to do them. The third thing is that he's not more educated than myself or more exposed than myself. He might have a larger congregation than me, but it doesn't matter. My congregation is without borders. I have people all over the world viewing me. So use your brain. Don't become a slave to a man. You have been set free and you should be free indeed. Yeah. So we are talking about choosing your boss. Your boss is the person that dictates how you use your time,
Resources.
your mind, your resources, your energies, and where you get your reward from the efforts you put in. Now, when I was in medical school, I have a saying I've been repeating to you. Is in our English. If you want learn work, make you look your oga. That is, if you want to learn a job, you want to be an apprentice, you want to go into a profession, look at those who have been in that profession before and ask yourself, is that who you want to be? So, in choosing a profession, you must also question your person. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? What do I want out of life? Why do I want this out of life? Number one, I'm a free spirit. I don't like regimentation. I don't like regularity. I don't like routine. I get bored. You see, the way we are doing this recording, if I want to go and cough, now I will take permission and go and cough and cough. There's nothing you are going to do to me. If you like, don't watch. I don't care. So, medical practice gave me a leverage.
That is one question I wanted to ask. Most people, when they say they are free spirits, they don't have some form of foundation.
Yes. No, if you are just a free spirit, you are like the wind.
Yeah, you are just jumping. Okay, maybe you start, because most times some people compare. Like, I was thinking about your path. You did medical school. You started a church. We did fish farming. We did poultry. We did
fashion and designing.
Yeah, fashion and
I sold cars.
You sold cars.
I imported fish meal.
Yeah,
I sold drips.
You had a hospital. So somebody, but you had that medical. You went to government college. You had that foundation.
I went to FGC Warri, so don't let people get angry.
You went to FGC Warri.
Yes.
You went to medical school and you completed medical school.
Wow, and I never had a receipt one day.
You completed medical school, but someone would just start, let's say, in their early ages and just be jumping from one thing to another. Maybe they start medical school, they don't complete it. They go to university, they drop out. Most people talk about Bill Gates. He dropped out of school.
He didn't drop out of Otto Wodo Grammar School or Unijos or UI.
So most people, they start things, they don't complete it, and they just jump from one place to another, changing their bosses rapidly. And they end up not actually achieving anything. So what differentiates besides the obvious one we've talked about, is like having a basic foundation. What can you say about those two scenarios?
Number one, let the qualities you have, the discipline you have, the integrity you have, the tenacity you have, the as you stick to details, you understand, diligence, apply it in each stage of your life. When I was practicing medicine at Warri as an intern, Dr. Oregbu brought an X-ray, and he said whoever can interpret the X-ray, he will give the person money. I looked at the X-ray. Basic principles of interpretation of X-ray is compare things with normal and then follow lines. So I compared the lungs were okay. The heart was in the right position. Then I took the line of the diaphragm. I found out that the line of the diaphragm got to a point and there was a hump, and then it continued. Then I told him it's a diaphragmatic hernia. That is, the diaphragm had an opening, either where the esophagus passed into the stomach. It's unnecessarily larger, and so the stomach has protruded beyond the diaphragm, and so the person is having reflux and all that. I interpreted it, and he gave me a gift. And people were calling me surgeon. They thought I was going to be a surgeon. But I had made up my mind I was going to be a general practitioner. But I needed surgical skills to practice medicine well as a general practitioner. So I paid attention. Dr. Regbu is in charge of Syracuse Clinic. He's from Iguzo. I paid attention to his surgical procedures. I learned how to do surgery along the creases of the skin so that you don't have big scars. I learned how to stitch in such a way that you take from the subcutaneous layer and the lips join together so that you don't leave stitch marks. I learned how to do bloodless surgery so that you clamp blood vessels. You use your hand to separate instead of just cutting. So I learned those skills, and I was very diligent where I served as during my youth service, and I had good interpersonal relationship with my patients, and I did a lot of walking around, acquired skills. I was able to start running a 40-bed hospital at 27, and I was very proficient in the things I was doing. But I set a target that at the age of 2 years at 29, that was the expiration of my contract. I was going to start my own practice. And then I also set a deadline at 40. I was going to leave medical practice. I decided that right in medical school, that at the age of 40, I would stop medical practice. I was not going to be a professor. And so I was not going to have a receipt or carryover because I didn't want any of my mates to think that I am today now is because I couldn't do well in medical practice. In fact, I had my own practice before most of my contemporaries. They became professors and very proficient medical practitioners all over the world. So you manage a stage very well, get the expected results, know when to evolve, be like a butterfly. A butterfly starts as an egg, it becomes a caterpillar, goes around eating vegetation, it crawls, it has a kind of color. Then after that, it goes into the pupa stage. From the pupa stage, at a stage, it breaks the cocoon and becomes a butterfly. It has gone through complete metamorphosis. And when it becomes a butterfly, it does not eat leaves like when it was a caterpillar. It now sucks nectar that is sweeter. So you must program your life, segment your life, put deadlines. If there are no deadlines in your lines will be dead. And then know what you're supposed to do at a particular stage. And then know who you have overgrown, what you have overgrown, where you have overgrown, and know why you have overgrown it, and know where you need to go to and why you need to go there. It's only what is defined that can be refined.
Knowing a lot of people, they have so much ego that they think they've overgrown something before they've actually overgrown it. So when do you actually know you've overgrown something and you're not just acting out of pride or
Restlessness
restlessness?
and recklessness.
Yeah,
Number one, when you must produce results.
yeah.
If you are not producing results, you have not overgrown anything. You are still a dwarf. You are still stunted.
Yeah.
You must produce results. Then, when the results you are producing are no longer satisfactory to you, first of all, be your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
Before if you can't govern yourself, no person else can govern you. So that's something you should write down. So be your own boss, govern yourself. Know when you have overgrown a thing and a place. Number one, put in your best. Be the best you can be. But when you are in a place, you are not, it has become boring. You are not getting any results bigger than what you anticipated. And you have another person that can do the thing even better than you. When two people are in a place and only one person can do that thing, one person has to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need to stay with your mom in the school
Yeah.
to be running school and be arguing. Yesterday, during the end of year party, after some time I left, I your elder sister was managing things. Your mom was there. They were managing according to their own vision. You
You
understand?
don't need to be there and be
I don't need to
sharing
go there
food
and be antagonizing them or
or
sharing food,
struggling the mic with
struggling the mic with them. I just did what I needed to do. I went somewhere else and I met people from the UK who were living in both worlds, living in the US, billionaires. And I presented two cars to his manager. He gave me a check, a big check, that if I sat down there, I wouldn't get. And I met people. So then, when you are no longer having joy in what you are doing, and you don't look up to what you are doing, and then when what you are doing is deleterious to your health, like running these school buses, I was tired of running buses. I had 7 drivers. We had about 11 vehicles. And I was asking myself, how much are these vehicles
how much.
bringing? And at what cost to my health?
I remember one time I came. I think I came from outside Nigeria, and I saw you. You were screaming. I saw the nerves on your neck. I was like, this
I
is
was
stressful.
screaming,
Yeah.
I was screaming.
And that's because it's difficult to manage drivers.
Oh, it's
Difficult.
easier to manage demons than to manage drivers. If you bind demons, they remain bound. If you bind drivers, they will losing themselves.
Yeah.
So they were sucking my. I told your mom, I don't want this any longer. She said she wanted, and I told her, take, manage, but don't ever complain to me. So when I hear her screaming in the morning and she's sweating it doesn't bother me. I've switched off. So when the school got to a point, I was asking myself, how much is the school bringing? And Bishop David Oyedepo has many schools. He doesn't run them.
You can't physically be
No,
in several
I
places at the
can't
same
be
time.
here fixated in these schools. So I moved on.
Evolve.
I was in Aba. My mental capacity was not tailored towards trade. I am a businessman, but I'm an intellectual. And the people in the system there in Aba, they were more inclined towards the Zubo ministry. Now ministry, receive it now, take it there. But I was doing that, but it was stressful on me. I have to fast, I have to pray, I have to shout. My dress will be soaked with sweat. The people that fell the last time I came, they'll come and fall again. I will say it was corrosive, but the people's lives were not changing. So I asked myself, how did I become a medical doctor? Is it by falling? Is it by shouting the loudest amen? I became a medical doctor by training. And so I decided I'll start training people, teaching people. But I said, God, as I teach, let there be signs and wonders. And in the early part of the ministry, oh, there were. But I also found out that was becoming more stressful. I decided to take a calmer approach.
Now, even what you actually call signs and wonders, the fact that you're able to teach someone and you transform the person's life,
Yes.
and your what you thought made impact, and it's more of signs and wonders than somebody falling and
breaking chairs and all that. I did a video here, and somebody listened to the video, and it brought a relief to somebody else who I mentioned his case here. That is a sign and a wonder to that person. It's not the gidi 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 gidi. No. I told myself at a point that if Papa Umokpai raises somebody from the wheelchair, I would teach that person how to buy shoes and how to manage his life and his business. So that's how to evolve. Then also, at a point, I found out that there were some places I was going to do ministry. Some people I was doing ministry with, I had overgrown them. I was stressing them. But if they invite me, they will need to put me in a hotel. I will come with my PA. If I drove down, it was inconveniencing me. If I was not coming with the driver, if they needed to get a logistics company to bring me, I was inconveniencing the people. And then there are younger boys who can do those things better than I am. But they just want the name Dr. Apoki. And so I started seeding a lot of these things to my younger persons. You understand? According to Ali Baba, that's how the industry grows. And I believe that's how the ministry grows. So I've been to places, you will see the pastor and his wife struggling to host me. And not because of anything. There are some places I can't stay. There are some environments that are very unhealthy for me at my age. And there are some meals I can't eat. So if I drive this Mercedes from here to Asaba and back, I'll buy fuel of more than 100,000. And if I keep doing that, I will go broke. So I started seeding things to people. So there is, when your belly, when you are full, you know there's a satiety center in the brain. And then you get hungry. There's also a place in the brain that makes you know you should be hungry. So God has put indicators in our system that will let you know you have overgrown this place. When your shoe starts aching your leg, don't pray that it will expand like in the wilderness. Change the shoe, or you cut your leg off. It is better to change the shoe than to cut your leg off. So that's the thing.
Like in my place of work, I could have stayed there and could have been praying for, let's say,
A promotion.
Promotion, increase in salary.
You want to take over somebody.
But even if you got to that position, that was not what I wanted. I wanted more time to spend with family, more time to do other things. So I could have been praying, asking God for the wrong things, and even if I got it, I wouldn't have been satisfied.
Never. You see, I was doing business with your mom, and I found out that anytime I needed money, it was like as if I was writing an application to the Ministry of Finance. And like we did this ceremony now, there was no quarrel. Why? I was issuing out the checks.
Yeah.
If the money was with her and I needed money or it is school money, we will have quarreled.
Ah.
So I was just issuing out the checks. It is because I thought I reasoned outside her boundaries. You understand? And there are some risks you are afraid of taking, and you will remain there. Bishop Pius Oneronjire told us a story of a man who was in climbing Mount Everest or a mountain, and he got somewhere and he slid. He was falling down. He got a place and he held the branch of a tree, and he heard a voice, "Leave that branch and remove your hands from the branch." The man was feeling so secure in that branch. He froze to death in that place. You understand? And they found out that the distance between the branch of that tree and the ground level was not more than 8 feet. He could have let go and landed on the ground and lived.
Yeah.
But because he was afraid of letting go, there are so many things we're afraid of letting go. Like if I hold you to myself, my son, my son, my son, my son, you won't grow, I won't grow.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I used to tell you people that if your mom wakes up and you wake up and you say, I'm not your father, I didn't have you as children, I didn't do business with you. As long as I can leave this house with my certificates, even without my certificate, if I live with my passport and reach Reverend Bojo's house, in 10 years, I will be richer, I'll be more popular than this. And if your mom decides to drive me out of this house, I'm still, even though I'm a 2 minute man, I can still marry one Oyibo man, Oyibo woman, and become an American citizen.
Don't let her watch it today.
She knows me now. She knows she's married to a madman. If she drives me out of here, I will leave. I won't struggle anything with her. I won't go to court over property.
Yeah.
Never.
I think a lot of the disagreements we have, especially in relationships, are people holding on too tightly to very relevant things.
If somebody separates from me, one day I heard that somebody's 4 children, they did a DNA test, and they were not his children. So I was lying down on the bed. I was trying to conjure. I said, okay, assuming, I'm AS, my wife is AS, and we have 4 children, we don't have sickler. And somebody has asked me one day whether have I done DNA for my children. One of these people will comment. And I said, okay, what if they do a DNA test and Mimi, Ejiro, Ufoma, Ese, they are not my children? What will you do? I tried to conjure the pain. I tried to feel the pain. Frankly speaking, it's not that I don't love my wife and my children. I didn't feel any pain.
Yeah.
I just felt I could walk away.
Yeah.
I could start another life.
Because you've played your part in being responsible as a father, as a husband. So
let me even tell you about life. People wonder whether I don't fear for my safety. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It is the distress I will bring to people by my absence that makes me take extraordinary precautions.
Yeah.
Like the safety measures we have put here and the risk I don't take. You understand?
Yeah.
But that life on its own is something I don't hold like I don't hold tenaciously. I'm ready to let go of several things, and so I choose my boss. Money is not my boss.
Yeah.
Fame is not my boss. Ministry is not my boss. Children, not my boss. Not my bosses. Madam is not my boss. The denomination I belong to, they are not my boss. I am my own prophet. I am my boss, but I am responsible. I'm a responsible contributor. The church is using our building. I gave you foreign currency to give to them today.
No.
I contribute my quota. I am a disciplined person.
Even what you do now, producing content, sometimes I wonder, like when I came here, I saw the limitations you had. I wonder how much you are able to achieve much, even with the little you have. So even though you have you give as much to your present boss,
Yes.
when you change in quotes.
Yes. I give so much out. I know my limitations here. Let me give you an example. We stopped like the live transmission now,
Yeah.
and we are recording. We'll now premiere this. We'll achieve the same results.
Yeah.
Number two, I am linked to Starlink here, but we found out that there are times it fluctuates.
Yeah.
In the morning, it might be better because a lot of people are not connected to it. In the evening, with more people connected to it, it comes down.
Yeah.
So I've resolved, if I want to, there's always a way out.
Yeah.
I will do all my recordings. I'll do up to 5, 6 videos. Then, when the network is strong, I'll start to upload. Then, after uploading, I would start to make them public. And so I'm still able to achieve much. Um, Somebody has promised to build a studio in this place, equip a studio. He reaffirmed the promise yesterday. He's going to come and equip a studio. But we'll be using the various facilities to produce enormous results.
You don't have to wait for the right boss.
No. I am the boss.
Yeah.
I am the boss. And until a lot of people have accepted servitude, they've preferred to be kings. They prefer to be slaves.
Slaves, there's no other word for
They prefer to be slaves. I am nobody's slave. Now, people have contributed to my life, but nobody on earth can hold me to ransom. They cannot hold me to ransom that I did this for you. That's why you are this. No.
Yeah.
There was one guy that was coming here, said he used to bring patients to my hospital.
So what?
Didn't I not treat them well? You had other options. Why did you come to me? It was because I built a reputation as a Christian doctor.
A competent person.
And a competent person, and as somebody who had integrity. That's why you brought them. You were not doing me a favor. You say you subscribe to this channel. You hardly hear me say subscribe, share. No. If it is worth it, you will share it.
No, but they should subscribe and share.
They should subscribe. Number one, it's good for them.
Yeah.
Number two, they should share, because if only them know it and others don't know, those people will become enemies to them.
Yeah.
Most of the things I shared now, I didn't used to say them out. I was scared whether I was insane. And I will go with you, we'll go inside the factory here. I said, let's go and philosophize. I will share them with you, and then I will share them with my lawyer, share them with people. And then my lawyer told me that a time is coming that people are listening to me, that they are going to start preaching what I am preaching. And I've seen it, they are coloring it, they are modifying it, and they have a very large audience. And people are saying, wow, oh deep. They don't know I had gone into that depth before. So that's why they need to subscribe and share. But I'm not desperate for anything. You must not be desperate for anything. Don't let your erection be your boss. Don't let your appetite be your boss. Don't let money be your boss. And don't also let the environment be your boss. I decide what I want. I decide the life I will live, because I will give account to God for my life. I will give an account. I know you don't tell me, why don't you do this? We gave 80,000 to somebody, and somebody said, why I should train the girl. It's my money. The girl has a father. The boy has a father. It was by choice that I gave to the person. Do you know how bad I am? You can be saying something Very reasonable to me. But because you want to boss me, I will refuse to take it. I will refuse to take it. I will do it my own way and do it at my own time. I told you somebody came to the school for the ceremony. I was taking pictures with Honorable Francis Wive, and my wife was standing on towards my right because he called me to join them, and he just came. Not be so then they do. I'm not. Told him, my friend, we know what we are doing. We know what we are doing. And he came to my office. I was telling him, next time you see people doing their stuff, keep quiet unless they ask you. He was arguing that he didn't want to come for the ceremony. That is my neighbor Ejiro Erenede, Prince Ejiro Erenede, that invited him. Then I told him, get out of my office. Get out. He got out of my office. So you think I'm proud? No. Just don't lower yourself. If not, you will turn to a footmat. I think a very foul.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I have prime properties for sale. Send a
We are going to see one of them now.
Yeah, we're going to see one of them. Will you drive?
Yeah, I can.
You will drive, okay. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. God bless you. Don't be as troublesome as I am.